Will Hurricane Harvey cause losses for self-storage renters? This is Bill Moist, MSCPA. This is issue number 75 of the Self-StorageInsider.com newsletter. Introduction. Well, last week my son called and said some of his things in his Austin, Texas self-storage property were ruined by Hurricane Harvey. It was interesting, west of Interstate 35 in Austin they had little damage, and west of it they had 20 inches or more. So he asked whose responsibility is it to replace his damaged items? Great question, I thought. It got me thinking about this topic we're discussing today. But first thing we know is that it's not the property owner's responsibility to replace storm damaged items. That's why we call it self-storage. The renter is responsible for his own things and the things he stores there. That's why we recommend renter's insurance to new tenants. Well, will insurance repair or replace a damaged property in self-storage from the hurricane? Maybe. It depends on the type of property insured and the cause of the damage. First, let's look at household items. This is the largest category of items being stored. Some users have homeowners insurance that covers items stored off-site. And then sometimes people buy the extra insurance policy from the storage property. However, flood insurance is not included with either of those two types of insurance. Flood insurance is always extra. It's always excluded from policies. So the cause of the damage will tell us if our things are covered. If the water comes under the door, then that would be considered a flood and it would not be covered. However, if the water came through the walls or through the ceiling, and say the ceiling got blown off by the wind, it could be that our property was covered. The insurance policy would govern. Next, let's look at boats and RVs, because that's totally different than household items. Generally speaking, the insurance on boats and RVs is not location specific. So if you're driving that down the freeway, if you got the boat in the water, or if you got those things in storage, whatever the insurance policy says, it should cover that in that location. So if you had your boat or your RV in your storage, then it would depend on the policy if it covers water damage. It could be either way. Again, the policy would govern. In summary, Harvey could be the costliest disaster in U.S. history. Harvey destroyed as many as 40,000 homes and over 1 million cars. I called a friend of mine on Thursday who lived in a suburb near Houston. I wanted to make sure he was okay because I could tell from the maps swirling around that he probably was in a dangerous area. I wanted to make sure him and his family were okay. He said, yes, he said they were okay. They had a foot of water in his living room. And just as I called, the rescue boats had pulled up to save his family. He was devastated. Well, a special prayer goes out to all the families and the friends of the 60 people who lost their lives at the winds and rains of Hurricane Harvey. Well, this is Bill Moist, MSCPA. You can sign up below. Go to self-storageinsider.com and you can sign up for our weekly updates. Until then, continue keeping a stiff upper lip.